everybody has to work. So if I got to grind at something, like, I'm grateful that this is the thing that I'm grinding at. I barber here at Fleet Street Barber Company in Trenton, Ontario, and I play music like regionally around the area.
I went to a party when I was a kid, and some of my friends had learned some chords and were playing on an electric guitar, and there were just some like 5-gallon pails on the ground, like out in their garage. So I just set them up, kind of like a drum kit, and grabbed some wooden spoons out of the kitchen and just started like wailing away on those 5-gallon pails. But drums. If you can play original Nintendo and count to 4, you can be a drummer. So I guess my first drum kit was a bunch of buckets, and then it led me down the road of buying drums eventually, getting a real drum kit. The first time I went to college, I took policing, and I quickly realized one day running around the track at Loyalist College that I was like, you know what, like, I just think I want to like smoke doobies and play rock and roll. And I really was drawn to music. So I applied to a school in Toronto called the Trebas Institute. And it's sort of like a music career school. I think they've also got like a video television component to it. But I took sound engineering. Really enjoyed the course. It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. And then came back to Belleville and started apprenticing at a local recording studio. I loved working with all the bands, and being a part of people's creative process was something I really enjoyed, and I really got a taste for that. Once I knew that like I was really into it, it was something I wanted to do. I took some of that money that I inherited from my aunt, and I actually like bought that studio. And she wrote a lot of music for a company called Nelvana, and they did like Care Bears, Inspector Gadget, My Pet Monster, Strawberry Shortcake, like a lot of like the cartoons that were on in the 80s in Canada. And she wrote all the music for all those programs, so it's pretty cool. She passed away in like 1990, I think. Because of all her efforts and all her success, she left me some money when she passed away, and that's how I was able to sort of start my own musical career. And through her kind of generosity and foresight, I was able to like buy a house and put a recording studio in it, and it really allowed me to focus on music myself. Consecutively in 1 year, I got laid off from 2 different factories. One closed, and then one I was just a temp at. So I was thinking about doing like PSW work as a career. And my wife, who is a nurse, like just sort of laid out for me exactly what a PSW does. In my mind, I sort of envisioned it being like hang out with the elderly, take them shopping, but it's definitely like a much more like medical-based job. So I sort of went back to the drawing board, didn't know what I wanted to do, and then I was getting my hair cut here in town by a local barber named Matt Clark, and I was just thinking to myself, like, this guy's such a rad dude, and seems to be having fun, and this is a cool job, and basically he sort of inspired me to look into barbering as a career. So I took a hairdressing course here in Trenton at a school called Donaldson by Design. So many times I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I never held a pair of scissors in my life other than, cut construction paper. And here I am, like, helping people with their style, like their personal aesthetic. And a lot of times I was like, I found it challenging. When I started working here, I let my boss Pete know that I play in a band, we work a lot, and so if I needed to take some time off for a show or to do a little tour or hit the road, like he's all about it. And
not every career offers that level of flexibility. Barbering feels comfortable. It feels like home. So that's why I'm here, is that it's not a challenge. It's not a challenge to get out of bed and come here every day. I work with the coolest people. I work in a rad shop, I talk smack all day. I listen to rad tunes, I get cool people coming through the door all the time. Everybody has to work. So if I got to grind at something, I'm grateful that this is the thing that I'm grinding at. The future, I think, is just going to be, keep barbering, keep honing the craft, keep honing. I feel like barbering, I'm constantly improving. I feel like music, I'm constantly improving. I think as long as you work at anything, nothing's become routine for me yet in doing it. So I'm just going to keep striving to be better and better at whatever I'm doing. But it's going to be cutting hair and playing the drums.